Welcome to Be Nice to Yourself podcast that will give you practical tools to finally be nice to yourself so you can stop yelling at your kids and enjoy being a mom. Using coaching and lots of love, I'm your Russian Canadian host, certified life coach, and mom of four, Natalia Schneidmiller.
Hello, my friends. How are you? I feel so good. We just got back from a bike ride with my boys. It's cool outside, so we had to really dress up to be warm. But honestly, the smells are amazing. Like in the morning, after it rained, in summer, oh, I just love it. So we just went for a big bike ride, and I feel really, really charged up. I feel really good. So, today I want to talk to you about shame and how what you can do today for you to be nice to yourself if you are experiencing any shame, right? About you maybe yelling at your kids, maybe fighting with somebody else and being mean to them. It might be showing up for you, shame might be showing up for you in a form of sadness or heaviness or disappointment in yourself. So you might not even be fully aware that it's shame, but it could be coming in a way where you're saying, oh, I'm a terrible mom, or I'm a shitty daughter, or oh, I'm just a monster, right? So if you're saying things like that, trust, like if I've been in your shoes, and I have, I would feel just very heavy, feel hopeless and disappointed in myself. And that could be a background subconscious feeling that's just there, that you're not fully aware of, but it's kind of draining and pulling you down. Okay, so if you're kind of feeling that, and if you have said any of those statements, this could apply to you, that if you're feeling shame. So the way that we like to define shame is basically you are saying something is wrong with me. And when you think that, then from that feeling, you want to hide, right? Shame likes hiding. So if you believe that something's wrong with you, then you will most likely want to hide that from everyone, and hopefully think that, hope that nobody finds out. You will want to distract yourself from that feeling because it feels terrible, right? So from that definition, if you think something's wrong with you, you for sure feel sad. You're like, shit, something's wrong with me. I'm sad, right? I'm sad I'm this way, or I'm disappointed I'm this way, right? So those are kind of the sadness and disappointment are kind of like the reaction to the belief. And so you kind of feel hopeless, and you feel that you cannot control that, because that's just the way you are, right? So that is the definition of shame that we have. And what I want to offer to you is you can be really nice to yourself by applying what I'm about to tell you, is making a distinction between something's wrong with, like, say I yelled at the kids or I fought with my mom, and saying, okay, instead of saying something's wrong with me, I am offering you can say, I did something wrong. So there's a big difference here between the two. In the first one, when you say I yelled at my mom and, oh, I'm a terrible daughter, then that there's nothing you can do about that. You're like, that's just the way I am, right? You're like, totally, you're like, shit, there's nothing I can do. This is the way it is. And you feel hopeless and you feel shame. Versus the second one is, there's actually nothing wrong with me. I am 100% worthy and complete and whole. I believe that, and I did something wrong. That one will create a lot more useful feeling for you going into the future. And we want that because it will help you be the person, become the person you want to be, and it will help you actually be nice to yourself. Okay, so we talked about the first scenario where you think something's wrong with you, so you tend to beat yourself up because you think something's wrong with you, you're sad, you're disappointed, and you are just perpetuating the cycle of something's wrong with me, beat yourself up, feel worse, beat yourself up, show up worse, beat yourself up, show up worse, right? Then if we don't do that, if we say, I am awesome, I believe that I'm amazing just because I exist, but I did this thing and I yelled at someone, and because there's nothing wrong with me, I don't have to beat myself up anymore. I can look at it as a something I did wrong that can be fixed, right? So do you feel the difference between beating yourself up and this one? I find it such a huge relief for me when I remember this. And again, like there are times when I fall back into the shame, and as soon as I catch myself and realize, oh, that's what I'm doing, I right away remind myself, oh, right, I do believe that I am amazing and I'm 100% worthy. There's nothing wrong with me. I can actually, if I want to, I can actually, fix this. I can change this. I can show up in the way I want. So I just realized I didn't have my mic on and I was recording, and I'm just not sure what quality it will be, but moving forward. So when we think, okay, I just did something wrong, we don't have such a pending doom. We don't feel hopeless. Then if it's just this one thing that is wrong, then because I'm amazing, I already have the power to change that in the future. Do you see what I mean? So you think, okay, I'm amazing. I did something wrong. You feel, how might you feel? For me, I would feel maybe open. The feeling would be open. So I would be open to seeing, okay, why did I do this thing? Or I would be open to seeing, oh, how are other people doing it? I would be open to learning different ways of doing it. I would be open to trying different ways of doing something, of communicating, of talking, of feeling, or whatever. So when I'm open, I might try all these things. I might learn, I might try, I might approach it differently. And when I do that, I learn more of how to do the certain thing I'm trying. And the result of that would be I am one step and I'm one level better at doing whatever it is that I am doing. And so the result is I am awesome and I'm getting better at this thing that I'm trying to get better at, like not fighting with the people, right? So that is how you can ultimately, that is the biggest distinction I can give you for you to use to be nice to yourself, right? If you catch yourself feeling hopeless, feeling down about yourself, feeling sad about yourself, this is just this piece of concept, this piece of theory you can remember and remind yourself, okay, what do I want to believe here? Do I want to believe that something's wrong with me and that's not fixable and that's just the way I was born when it's not useful? Or do I truly believe that because I exist just like everyone else, I am 100% worthy and complete and amazing just the way I am, and whatever I did is doesn't mean anything about me. That's just something I did. And humans mess up and make mistakes all the time, and it doesn't mean anything about them. It doesn't affect how worthy they are. Okay? So that is what I want to give you today. And the reason why I also want to give it to you today, because doing all the work on yourself and with the people around you, it is necessary for us to not have any shame, because shame is just judgment of ourselves. Whenever we have judgment of ourselves, we are unable to change how we act, how we think, how we feel. And if you're doing this work with me, this is what our goal is, right? To ultimately choose thoughts that serve you, feel a way that serves you, and show up to the people in a way that serves you. So in order for you to do that, you will have to walk yourself over from the room of shame in your head to a different room, maybe filled with curiosity, compassion, kindness. And, if you can't get to compassion and kindness, just start with curiosity. Like, I wonder why I did that. Instead of, I'm terrible for doing that. Yeah, so that's what you will have to do. Walk yourself over from that one room of shame to the room of curiosity and start there. Drop the judgment and see what you see. See what you are thinking. See what you're feeling. And from that, then you will be able to choose more useful thoughts and to do kind of more exploration work with yourself, which will be so helpful for you to ultimately be nice to yourself, not beat yourself up. And when you do that, you will absolutely show up to your kids, your parents, your husband, anyone, your friends in a way that you are so proud of, in a way that you have always wanted to show up. And it does not take ages, it does not take years, it does not take you changing the way you are. It does not take that. All it takes is a switch from one thought, something's wrong with me, to another thought, nothing's wrong with me, I just did this wrong. That's all it takes. I love you, my friends. I invite you to join me for a free mini session that I offer to talk about you, how you're beating yourself up, where shame is coming up for you, and ultimately how you can stop fighting with your people, whoever that is, and create more connection and love with them for yourself in your life. It is totally possible for you, and it is possible for you today. Okay, you can just email me or go onto my website, which is www.coachingnatalia.com. You can also find me on Instagram under coaching_Natalia. And I'm always on Facebook, which is Natalia Schneimler or Coaching Natalia. All right, my friends, have a great week. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.